Okay, so this is the closing video with regard to the activity of mapping out a school site in Aerohive. So we've gotten to the point where we have used the spreadsheet information and the site plan to map out to the best of our ability the access points at a location. Then we've tried to do a bit of detective work for any access points that were not listed in the spreadsheet data, and also to handle anomalies such as there just being basic errors in the labeling of rooms on the site plans or incorrect data in the spreadsheet. So where are we? We hopefully have full site plans of the school site in Hive Manager, and we have done our best to locate access points and identified access points which we cannot actually locate. Within the maps, the other information we also have would be about rooms that are shown as having an access point in terms of having a yellow Aerohive icon in the room, but we haven't been able to actually determine which access point that is, whether it's a not found one, which is an access point we can see but don't know where it is. And another thing which is very common is simply that there is an access point in there, but it has not been plugged in. So that's where we are. There are two things that haven't been done, or two major things at least. The first thing is that we haven't drawn the walls in on top of the site plans, and the reason I'm not doing that and wouldn't necessarily encourage you to do that is because it's very labor intensive, and unless we're going to do something very specific at a school, I don't think we get that much value out of it. So my suggestion would be that you do the walls when there is a very good reason to do so, because it's quite labor intensive to do the walls for every building and every school across the district. And the other thing, of course, that we don't know are the exact locations of access points in rooms, which can be quite important, because if we were to be able to see that some of them were very badly located, we might determine that they should be moved. Very specifically, when we have two access points that are almost back to back on the same wall, serving two adjacent classrooms. And really, the next step in any of this would be to actually make a site visit, although usually the fact that just that the map is not complete is not going to justify a site visit. Usually we're going to go to a site because there's some other compelling reason to go there and look at the wireless. But when we do, what we should do is review our maps and see things that we specifically want to check out. So that would be rooms that don't appear to have an access point, at least according to Hive Manager, and possibly rooms where we've guessed. And if we are at a site, we may want to do a full walkthrough, especially of the crucial locations, which would normally be classrooms, instructional areas. If we were given specific guidance from the school tech as to the areas of intense wireless usage, we would go to those. And also, if there is mass testing occurring in media centers or gymnasia, we would really want to go into those and to determine the precise locations of access points, and just make sure that everything is optimally set up. So I think basically, what I've shown is how far we can reasonably take things without a site visit. And obviously it's, we're not going to visit every site just to get the mapping perfect. It is something that we would try to do if we knew we were going to be spending some significant time on a site. Okay, and that'll do.